how can a Calvinist with certainty, or can they, Dr. Flowers, look at a person they've never met and just say, Jesus died for you? Could they honestly say that if they hold to the limited atonement view, or how would they respond to that?
Well, this is one of the reasons that limited atonement is probably one of the most contested among even Calvinists. Even the Reformed tradition and the whole Lombardian formula, and the back and forth between Calvinists on the doctrine of atonement is very widespread. There's so many debates among Reformed teachers. In other words, people who hold to the basic tulip. Many of those same folks disagree over the extent of the atonement doctrine. And one of the reasons for that debate has to do with this question is, what about the well-meant offer? How do you offer salvation for people he has not purchased it for? How can it be a bona fide offer? How can it be genuine? The example I've heard is like, if I came home to all four of my children and I only bought three presents for them, but I were to say to all four of them, if you come and give me a hug, I will give you a present. But I didn't buy one of them a present, then I would be disingenuous, because I would be saying, if you come and hug me, I have got you a present. Or, there's all kinds of examples out there. I've heard people use lifeboat analogies where if you go to an island and you only have X number of seats for the people on the boat, and you say, anyone, whosoever can get on this boat. And the truth is, no, only 15 of you can get on the boat, because that's all the boat will hold. Then that's not a bona fide offer. That's not a genuine offer. You can't offer something that hasn't been purchased or it's not available. And so that the whole debate over that atonement and the extent of the atonement circles around that particular point. And what many of the Princeton theologians like Hodge and Dabney and Shedd and others from the more Arnoldian line of Calvinism decided with a universal extent of the atonement, for that very reason, because the only way that you can give a bona fide offer of the gospel is if there is a sufficiency of atonement for all people, an actual sufficiency, not a hypothetical sufficiency, as John Owen's view ultimately ends up falling into. And so it gets a bunch of nuances. I recommend David Allen's book on that if you want to get into the nuances of that particular debate, even among the Reformed tradition. But it all stems from that very question that you're asking.